Call your reps. Ignore the nuts. Call your reps.
Our children be defenseless.
Ignore the nuts.
Arm the teachers. Arm the principal. Defend the children.
You want teachers to be armed?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I want school faculty to be able to defend themselves and defend the children.
Okay.
Thought I'd come by because I strongly support gun control like the vast majority of Americans.
I would want a trained faculty member to be able to defend the children when a crazy person.
I'm a teacher in the school. Do you know how dangerous it would be to have guns sitting in that school? Do you know the fear that would be in every teacher to know that if at 1 second something happens in our classroom, there is a gun available?
I am a teacher. The last thing that I want is a gun in my classroom. I don't have to carry them. You just said arm the teachers.
I don't want my principal.
You just said arm the teachers. I'm a teacher. I don't want to be
You don't
armed.
need to be armed.
You've never been to who's going to arm?
There are teachers who want to conceal.
Only someone who's not a teacher or works in a school would want guns, more guns in a school.
A SEAL team wannabe, that's what you are. You got no guns.
I got guns.
There's a 6-year-old kid.
Am I sitting here amongst people who disagree with me? If our teachers get trained,
That's not our job. My job is to teach.
You're a coward.
response. Arm
No
the teachers.
response is the
Arm
wrong
principals.
answer.
Defend our children.
Ask the teachers if they want to be armed.
I'm a teacher. We cannot
You
have
represent
guns
every
in our
teacher.
classroom.
Do you represent every teacher?
Wrong answer.
Listen.
No, how many years did you serve? Answer. How many years did you serve?
Ask how many
Tell me. How many
I was
years?
in the Marines for 6 years.
There you go,
And
brother.
I think we should have full gun
I did
rights here.
28.
Right.
I did
I'm
28.
with this guy.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is if teachers and principals were able to arm themselves and were able to defend themselves and children against a crazy person who walks in meaning to do harm, maybe some of those children might have lived. Maybe one good shot by one of those teachers against that crazy person, one shot would have saved dozens and dozens of children and teachers.
That might be. Can you think of other ways we could prevent this kind of mess?
You can't legislate utopia. You can't legislate all bad things away.
I think most teachers don't want to be armed and they don't want to take
Most teachers don't want to be, but you know what? That might be true.
Yeah.
But there are teachers who are generally, right now, have a realistic fear that they're in danger. They're sitting ducks. These gun-free school zones are the problem. I mean, could you imagine right now if I drew a circle right around myself, and I said this is a zombie-free zone, and then there's zombies coming from here, and there's zombies coming from there, and I put up a sign and I say this is a zombie-free school zone. Guess what? I'm going to be eaten. We can't legislate all bad things away. We can't legislate a perfect utopia where the world is going to all of a sudden everybody's going to live in peace and harmony. There are bad things happening. There are people on medications that are making them crazy. And you know what? We can't stop them from grabbing a weapon and walking into a school or a crowded place or a post office or a mall.
You know the guns are already regulated. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Do you not agree with any of those regulations?
No, of course. I mean,
What are some regulations that you agree with?
Obviously, the waiting period's fine with me. People can wait, do the waiting period, the background check. I'm okay with.
So would you be in favor of closing the gun show loophole?
No.
But don't you want background checks?
Well,
Shouldn't that be across
Americans
the board,
have
a
the right.
uniform?
Americans have the right to go out and buy a gun for themselves.
Even if they're felons, even if they have severe mental illness.
Well, the truth is, the truth is, felons and people with mental illness that want guns, they get them. With or
we make it
without the
easier
law.
though. I don't understand. Like most people, even in
What
the
I'm
NRA,
saying is good
support,
people, good American citizens should have the right to defend themselves.
Right, but what about bad ones who can easily obtain?
Bad ones get them anyway.
So don't
But
you
that-
want to try to
you're-
stop them?
Stop them with legislation?
With at least closing the gun show.
So there are
which just
laws.
seems
There are
very
laws
reasonable.
against. There are laws against heroin, right? There are laws against crack cocaine. Does that stop anybody who wants to use heroin or crack cocaine?
I mean, I think it makes it harder to obtain. But I mean,
No,
But-
it doesn't.
but my point is, you keep saying good Americans should have rights.
Right.
So I'm just talking about, don't you want to distinguish good Americans from people who are good?
From bad Americans? Yeah. I mean, if there's a felon, they shouldn't have a gun.
Yeah. So how do you stop them from obtaining a gun, or try to at least
You don't.
reduce the
You don't.
access?
You see, that's what I'm trying to say. Even if there's a law in the books, and if you're a felon and in your state, you have a law that says you can't obtain a gun if you're a felon. So you're not going to go to the gun store. You're not going to go to the gun show. Where you're going to go is you're going to go to the street and you're going to find a gun, or you're going to steal a gun from someone.
No, they go to gun shows because they don't. There's no background check. So why do we make it so easy? I mean, I'm just puzzled by your saying that you are okay with background checks, but you're okay with the loophole. That doesn't make sense to me.
I'm not. Excuse me.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
The loophole, what that would mean is that you couldn't have a person-to-person gun sale. It would only be through dealerships that are registered. They'd have to go through the
People can. I believe in free commerce. I mean, people can, buy and sell. Guns. They can buy and sell cars. They can buy and sell other things.
How about drugs?
Well, you know what? The truth is, they buy and sell drugs, don't they?
But you're okay with legalizing crack and heroin?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to comment on that.
Well, you just said you're for free commerce. I'm just saying, how free do you want that to be?
Now we're going way off the topic. I've said enough. But I do appreciate that. For the teachers, if somebody walks in with a gun, here's how you defend yourself. You grab the gun from the safe real quick. You stand in a position and you take the gunman out as they walk into your classroom.
But you know about that IHOP shooting? That thing was in Kansas City,
I didn't know.
Where a guy came into IHOP and he shot National Guardsmen who were actually armed. But it happened so quickly. It happened in less than a minute.
I'm not saying
they didn't have any time to respond.
I'm not saying anybody.
And they were trained.
I understand.
They were National Guardsmen.
I'm not saying that every single murder is going to be prevented. I'm not saying that we could have saved all of the children in Newtown. I'm saying that we could have saved some.
Is the world that dangerous to you that we need to?
The world is not that dangerous. There are not that many of these shootings. It doesn't happen as often as the media would portray it. The truth is though, the world, there are dangerous people out there. And, it's not a matter of being terrified I have to live with a gun. It's a matter of what is the best solution to protect our children, to protect our neighbors, to protect our loved ones. And the best solution is to be able to defend yourself.
Okay.
To eliminate a problem with too many guns.
Can I just introduce you guys together?
Yeah, sure. No, I'd actually love
Larry,
to have a conversation.
And your name
My name is Jason. Yeah,
okay.
Jason.
Could I see you guys
What's your
shaking
name?
hands?
I'm Larry.
Larry, hey, nice to meet you, and I appreciate that you're out here. So,
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know why my friend Larry here thinks that the answer to having a problem with too many guns is to add more guns.
Yeah. Well, how many guns actually kill people?
I can't give you a specific number, but
Guns
quite a lot.
Guns don't kill people. People kill
well,
people.
and, for that matter, nuclear weapons don't kill people.
Right.
People kill people with nuclear weapons.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, well, if guns don't kill people, then we don't need guns, right?
Yeah.
Why would we
the
need
problem
guns?
I have with that talking point is guns are dangerous, just like poison is dangerous.
Exactly. You don't have the personal right to own sarin gas, do you? But hey, sarin gas doesn't kill people. In and of itself, only when it's applied to someone.
Listen,
we have
what I'm saying,
how are you going to argue
the number of guns.